Good afternoon, it's that bloke on a motorbike. Now for a bit of a trundle round today. I'm in South Yorkshire at the moment, looking for places where a guy called Robin Hood. Is he a legend? Is he a little hero? Depends on your views, I suppose. Most people have heard of him. And Nottinghamshire has claimed him as their own, but he's actually a Yorkshire guy. I was hearing a little bit of a story about it recently, that it's a guy from York, I think, is the main culprit, and he owed some money to one of the churches and he couldn't pay it, so they made him an outlaw. Right, so we're just coming into Went Bridge now, and we'll get to the end of here, then I think I turn left to get to the bridge. So we're turning on to now, this is the old Great North Road, and this was mentioned in Robin Hood's first story, The Ballad of Robin Hood. So this is the bridge here that we're coming up to. So if I can just stop on this bridge just for a second. So this is the bridge over the River Went. So let's have a look. It is there. So let's have a quick look at it. Okay, so it's going to look a bit different to today. So this was the old A1, and you can see over there we've got the flyover, and that's got the new A1 to it, and this bridge is where they set an ambush for a traveller, and Robin said that he would only take part in a meal if he had a guest, which meant somebody that kidnapped or robbed. So he sent two of his men to go up into Sailor's Wood, which looks like that could be it across there, to watch for anybody coming along the Great North Road, which is this one we're on now. I've gone down that road on the A1 dozens of times, never even thought about stopping here and having a look. A lovely place. Right, let's go a bit further. So we're just going up through Went Bridge Village now. Bluebell, that looks quite nice. So we're heading out now towards Kirksmeaton. It's amazing, isn't it? All these little places on your doorstep virtually that I've seen loads of times signposted from A1 and places like that, and you just never even think about them. So we're now crossing the modern A1. Oh, we've got a nasty substance on the road here. So I think I'll borrow a bit of the other side till I get through it. So we're just coming in now to Kirksmeaton. So the Kirk is the church, so this should be the Church of Smeaton. Gateway to Brockendale. Shoulder of mutton, it said on the side. Husband daycare centre. I like that. That's very good, that. So we're coming into Doncaster Borough now. I can't believe that you're only about 5-10 minutes from A1 Doncaster. Oh, that field looks lovely, doesn't it, with all that yellow in it, the oil seed. Is it rapeseed oil? Getting signs of spring like that, I think what we could do with is a bit more warmth and certainly some more dry weather. It's ridiculously wet at the minute. Norton, as in the village, not the motorbike. So this is Campsall we're coming into now, and the Church of Mary Magdalene is here. It's United Benefice of Burg Wallis and Campsall Parish Church. So it says in the Robin Hood poem that Robin built a chapel dedicated to Mary Magdalene, and apparently the only place I can find that's ever been a chapel in South Yorkshire area to Mary Magdalene is here. Now, this church was built by the De Lacy family, who was the Lords of Pontefract, before the legend of Robin Hood. So, was there a church here? Was he having people on? Is it a myth? Who knows? It's a nice building though. Really nice building. Right, let's go a little bit further. It's also in the legend that Robin and Marion got married in Campsall. Seeing as how that's the only church, if they did get married, it's there. I wonder how many people that's round here know about all this. Whether it's true or not, don't really make any difference, does it? Because it's a nice story. With these trees overhanging, giving sort of a tunnel effect. If this wasn't tarmacked, it wouldn't be too difficult to imagine that you could have a cart coming on here and some bandits, Robin Hood's men, coming out and stopping them and taxing them. Yeah, imagine them living in that wood, couldn't you? Just coming out here, because this would just be a dirt track. And now we're coming into Burg Wallis. All these sleepy little villages I never knew existed. The things you find on a little Royal Enfield. Now I'm going to turn right up here, and this cuts through then for me to be able to join the A1. And I looked on the map, because there is something down the A1. So I wonder if this little lane was here when Robin was about. He's supposed to have been born, the legend, as Robin of Loxley, and Loxley is near Sheffield, where I've ridden through quite a lot. This whole area that we're in now, this area, was part of what was called Barnsdale Forest, and it's a little bit like if you imagine Sherwood Forest is today, where you've got quite a lot of woodland and little hamlets and open spaces. It's basically the same, because we've got quite a lot of woodland around here, pockets of natural ancient woodland, open fields, and it was like an open common area, so open lanes, and it was known as the Barnsdale Forest. And if you've heard of a place called Barnsdale Bar, big interchange with a turn off for Wakefield on the A1, the Barnsdale Bar was the entrance. The bar was the entrance to the forest itself. We're just going into a little piece of woodland by the look of it here. What a fantastic bit of woodland. So in here it looks like we're, miles away from anywhere. And we're 0.3 miles away from the A1, one of the major north-south routes. So we suddenly go from really nice and tranquil to something not nice and tranquil. Here we go. So from plodding through there at 20 miles an hour, we're now going to join the A1 going southbound. In fact, I think I stay on here. Yeah, I do. I'm coming off here. So again, this is part of the old A1.
Follow the road for 1.5 miles.
On this bit here. And just round this corner is another bit of Robin Hood legend. So according to this information board, it says Robin Hood's Well is thought to have been first recorded in 1622, although it was a water source for some time before this. It was a popular stopping off point on journeys along the Great North Road, now the A1 between London and Scotland. A journal of 1638 records, "Thirst knows neither mean nor measure. Robin Hood's well was my treasure. In a common dish enchanted, my furious thirst restrained. And because I drank the deeper, I paid 2 farthings to the keeper." In 1654, the diarist John Evelyn noted, "We all alight in the highway to drink a crystal clear spring, which they call Robin Hood's Well. Near it is a stone chair and an iron ladle to drink out of chained to the seat. In Skelbrook Park, close to Robin Hood's Well, there once stood the Bishop's Tree, also named as Robin Hood's Oak, or Bishop's Tree Root. This is where Robin is said to have robbed the Bishop of Hereford as he travelled along the Great North Road. To the north of this is the probable location of the stone of Robert Hood, a boundary stone recorded in 1422. All this evidence leads to some authorities to think that Robin Hood lived in Barnsdale rather than in Sherwood Forest. So the well that we can see now was designed by architect Sir John Vanbrugh for the 3rd Earl of Carlisle. I get about a bit, don't they, all the way down here, in around 1710 to celebrate Robin Hood's local connections. So the well house itself and the well originally laid 150 metres to the northwest, which would now put it right in the middle of the southbound A1 carriageway. And it's removed during road widening works, probably back in the 60s, and they capped the old well. Repairs were carried out in 1993 to support the capping stone of the roof, and the well is now protected as a Grade 2 listed building. And that now is the A1. And none of those drivers going past it realise what's here. Right, upwards and onwards. Come on, little Betsy. Let's go for a jaunt down to A1, shall we? Very, very short slip road on that. Well, this road we're on now goes to Wakefield. It's the Doncaster to Wakefield road. God, I've ridden this sometimes. There's an old derelict house here just on right hand side. Is that creepy or is that just creepy? I saw something about it once on the internet, and everything inside is just as it's been left, like they've just gone, up and gone. weird. There's a road a bit further up here that I've wondered where it's gone for years. So I programmed it in this morning to Cali. A lot of times I just use Calimoto, so it gives me that heads up as to where I'm turning, and I don't forget. You know, I know the areas I want to look at, and this just links me between the two. I used to use Google Maps to do the same thing.
Follow the road for 1.1 miles.
But unfortunately, what's this say? Caution, heavy plant crossing. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with Google Maps at the moment, but it tends to change. You used to be able to put your route in and it would stick to where you want it to go. But it stopped doing that. If it finds a quicker route, it'll say, do you want to take the faster route? And you have to press no. Well, it's not much good when it's in your pocket. Anyway, quite a nice little lane this. Somebody's fly tipped. Ridiculous. Every one of these little passing places has been fly tipping. Tell you what, I'm starting to get a bit hungry and thirsty. I've got no idea where we are now, but there you go. Skelbrook. Ah, Skelbrook. So this is where Robin, on that what you call it, that post in with the well, it said that Skelbrook is where Robin built the chapel. There is a church. If I just pull up here, there is a church over there, look. So was it Mary Magdalene, or was it that one? But that is not dedicated to Mary Magdalene. The plot deepens. Problem is, you can't really go and knock on somebody's door, can you, and say, did you see this? Because they're not going to answer you. It's like the A1 again in front of us, so we're going to go left here anyway. Let's try to avoid that piece of board in road. A lovely little lane this is, just right for plodding. Definitely tractors down here. I'm sorry Betsy, I'll give you a wash when we get back, okay? Don't start complaining. Right folks, I think I'm going to start and look for somewhere to go for a coffee and something to eat. So thank you for coming along with me on this little tootle around the lanes of South Yorkshire, looking for remnants of Robin Hood. So if you're a subscriber, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. It makes a world of difference. If you're not subscribed, if you could consider it please, because it does, like I just said, make a huge difference to the channel. Like it, share it, leave me a comment, do what you want with it. And if you're out on your bikes, keep the shiny side up and that rubber side firmly planted down on the floor. And I will see you out on the road. So bye for now folks, bye.